Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 12th house, and welcome to your full moon Pisces readings. Every month, I sit down on the new moon and the full moon to talk with you about the energies and the cycles. I've been following the moon for a really long time, guys, and I'm really excited to sit down here with you today and talk to you about the Pisces full moon. This is a very special full moon, guys. The full moon has actually already passed. The moon, I'm gonna check here. The moon is still in Pisces, so it's totally fine that we're doing this now. Let's see. The moon is at 19 degrees Pisces. So as we're talking, the moon has already passed over Neptune. The moon is not exactly trining Jupiter anymore, and the moon is not directly opposite the sun either. So there's still this energy. We still got the Pisces moon until later, into the later night tonight until the moon shifts into Aries. Now, when that moon shifts into Aries, guys, that's gonna be a green light for the universe, and I'll explain why here in a minute. But yeah, we're still under the Pisces full moon. The actual when the moon was actually full, it would happen a little bit after midnight for some of us. For me, I live in Michigan, so it happened around 4 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. when the moon was actually 3 degrees. So this moon was full at 3 degrees when the sun was at 3 degrees Virgo and the moon was at 3 degrees Pisces. So that was the actually when the moon was 99.9% full. So now we've got the moon kind of starting to decrease in light a little bit as it heads to Virgo, 6 signs away from Pisces, where the moon will be completely empty of light. And we'll be talking again for that new moon in Virgo as well. But guys, before we get too far into these energies, I thought it was very important to start this kind of ceremony, to start this video off by listening to some Neptune frequencies. The moon, this full moon was very much accommodated by the planet Neptune. Neptune is currently retrograde in Pisces. And for those of you who, not really familiar with the planets, Neptune rules Pisces. Neptune rules dreams and illusions and fantasy and dreamy energy. Neptune rules Hollywood and the movies and poems and all that kind of, energy like that. So because this full moon was actually coupled with Neptune, I wanted to start out with, that's what I did on the full moon in Pisces. I listened to some Neptune frequencies, and during that meditation, I was kind of told by something higher, my guides, that I should do this for my video, for the collective. Now, the thing I want you to keep in mind about Neptune, we're only going to listen to this for a minute, guys. I listened to it for a full 30 minutes. I sat there and I listened to Neptune frequencies for 30 minutes. As a Pisces, that was really beneficial to me. So from me to you, I would just like to share that. And I think that those of you who are led to watch this video are really, this is really beneficial to you. So Neptune frequency, it's very otherworldly. It's very strange. Neptune communicates in a very strange way. It's not Mercury. It's not logical. So the thing is, while we're listening, all of us are going to hear something different. I want you guys to just kind of close your eyes at this part and just let whatever comes to you come to you. But see, the thing is that we're going to be hearing a certain sound, but the illusion will be broken internally. So some of you, I want you to pay very close attention to what comes to mind, what this frequency makes you feel, because Neptune communicates through illusion. So what you're feeling or seeing or hearing is not an illusion. It's actually reality in an opposite way, right? That's why Virgo and Pisces are opposite, okay? Because Virgo is more of that logical, it makes sense immediately, but Pisces is kind of the shadow of logic. So illusions are real too, guys, especially if you make them real. So if you guys don't mind, we're just going to listen to this until it's just going to be about a minute. We're not going to listen for 30 minutes like I did, but just pay attention to anything that you feel and know that this is the best way to kind of just let that Neptune frequency kind of go. So here we go, guys. It's going to be weird at first. Now, there might be an ad that plays because this is YouTube. There's going to be an ad that plays. The volume is kind of low, so you might not be able to hear it yet. I'll turn it up in just a second. So just get comfortable, guys. Close your eyes. Let's listen to what Neptune has to say. I know it's going to be a bit weird, but trust me on this. This is gonna be what starts this energy. Sorry. Interference. So that was just a little bit of Neptune there. And it's okay if you guys didn't really vibe with that. I understand. It's kind of a weird energy, but I just kind of wanted to honor my ruling planet. And I felt like that was just something, like, I feel significantly different after that kind of vibration. It's different when you, most of you should be listening in headphones. So that'll be better. And maybe I'll put the link to this Neptune frequency in my description or in the comments below, so that if any of you guys want to work with Neptune energy independently, then you can do that. Trust me, it's very beneficial. It's a little bit strange at first, but you know, as long as you just give yourself to the vibration and just kind of study Neptune, then when I was meditating on the night of the full moon, when this Neptune frequency was very powerful, you know, at first I had to just get into the beat of it and just kind of listen, and then I started to hear actual words, and like certain visions would come to me. And so I did this for 30 minutes, and that's what I did for the full moon there. So let's talk about this moon, guys. Although I'm very excited, this might be a little bit of a shorter video because I feel that most of you are just, you know, pretty in need and excited for the tarot cards that I'm going to pull for the Pisces full moon. So just a little bit about the moon, guys, for those of you who are interested in like kind of some of the facts or the information about this. This is the 12th house. So this is a very, very special moon, you guys, because Pisces is the 12th house and it's the last house of our zodiac. And so to me, what that means, what I've been thinking about this full moon is that the moon now has traveled in full form, a complete full cycle. So Aries has had a full moon. They're about to have another full moon, but Aries had a full moon a year ago, I guess. And Taurus had a full moon. So all the zodiac signs on this wheel back here, the moon has traveled full. This is a complete cycle of a full moon. So to me, what that's symbolic for is that all the zodiac signs have now been illuminated subconsciously. Like now Pisces can, like last month and there was some eclipses. This is the first full moon we've had. Well, this is the first moon we've had that wasn't kind of eclipsed. This is not in the ecliptic pathway. So we just had 3 eclipses, and then finally this full moon in Pisces was a great way to kind of close out the eclipse chapter. It was definitely kind of more of a calmer full moon, because Pisces energy, it's all about the subconscious collective, you know, like Pisces is what completes the zodiac wheel. And that's another thing that I've really been thinking about, is how everyone is affected by this full moon. Yes, I feel that Pisces moons, so shout out to the Pisces moon, rising, and suns watching. You guys felt this, all the mutable signs, you're going to be feeling this because Pisces is a mutable sign, Virgo is a mutable sign, so Sagittarius and Gemini, gang, you guys are going to be feeling this too. But I feel that Pisces moons, Pisces suns, and Pisces risings, they will feel it the most. Also Cancer and Scorpio, you will feel this because it's a water energy. But, you know, to be honest, Pisces energy is the only time the universe can reach all of us, because Pisces is all the 12 signs. So no matter what sign you are watching, you know, this involves you, because Pisces involves all things. Pisces involves everything. It's all the zodiacs, it's all the energy, right? It's the universe. So this is speaking directly to all of us as a collective. And also, you know, like I was saying about the moon traveling full around the whole zodiac, this means that all of us have been enlightened subconsciously to certain things. So we all have the ability now to complete and begin new cycles subconsciously. This is our soul, right? The moon is actually symbolic for our most inner emotions. It's our feelings, you know, it's our soul, it's the mask that we wear. So when a full moon is in the sky, guys, it's no wonder. And a lot of people think full moons are kind of creepy because that's when witches do certain things, but you want to ask yourself why it is that certain witches do certain things on full moons, and it's because the light of the moon is completely full. And when the moon is full, that's basically her way of saying, you know, this is a time to complete. This is a time to start something new. This is a time when emotions will surface, and you know, you just want to take note of where the moon is and where Pisces energy is for you. For me, I have Pisces Saturn, Pisces second house, and Pisces Sun. So for me, it involved those energies. And then, you know, the sun is in Virgo. So the moon just acts as a reflector of the sun. So at night, the moon is basically the nighttime sun, is what I think. So Virgo was actually what was giving this light to Pisces, right? So we're dealing with details here. We're dealing with fantasy and reality. We're dealing with earth and water, which is extremely fertile energy. This was an extremely fertile full moon, and I hope that you guys took advantage of this. You know, I know my video's a little bit late after all that, but guys, this moon really affected me as a Pisces. Like, I felt really drained. I think that's because Virgo is a very physical energy and Pisces is a very spiritual energy. So with these two energies combined, and with Capricorn and Cancer, Scorpio and Taurus as well, it creates a physical spirit, like it grounds spirituality. So not only are you feeling spiritually exhausted, but you're feeling physically exhausted, emotionally exhausted, mentally exhausted, and it allows spirit to kind of walk on earth, Pisces and Virgo. So my physical body was very drained. There was no way that I was tired, because I slept like 12 hours, and then when I woke up, I just, like, the moon was just making me go into the dream realm. Like, it just wanted me to sleep. I felt drained. You know, this was a very interesting moon. You know, guys, we just completed something major, and we will feel the effects of this more so on the new moon in Virgo and on the full moon in Aries next month. But guys, this is very significant because now the moon has traveled, like the new moon has only traveled halfway. So when we have a new moon in Pisces, 6 months from now in Pisces season, then that will be the new moon, and then we'll have a full moon in Virgo. So this moon will be on the opposite side of this. You see how that works there? So for right now, there are certain completions and cycles that have completed. This is our universe completing a cycle. Like every month, we get the opportunity to complete cycles and to start new beginnings and things like that with eclipses and full moons and new moons and stuff like that. But the universe has 12 houses that it uses, right? So we have definitely reached this 12th house energy. And let's talk about the 12th house a little bit, guys. What is the 12th house? The 12th house is the house of the subconscious. So we all have a 12th house in our chart. We all have a 12th house here. For Aries, it's Pisces. For Pisces, it's Aquarius. For Aquarius, it's Capricorn. For Capricorn, it's Sagittarius. For Sagittarius, it's Scorpio. For Scorpio, it's Libra. So on the zodiac wheel, your 12th house is the house right behind you. The 12th house is always behind the first house, because before you can figure out who you are, before you can figure out the I am, you have to undo that, which is why the 12th house is the house of undoing. So in a way, everything you learn from Aries to Aquarius is completely shed and released and sacrificed in the house of Pisces, so that you can have the ability to start completely fresh. You know, there's no need to continue on a journey with everything that you've experienced, because it's, you know, it basically just gives you the opportunity to start a new journey, you know. So when the moon is full in Aries next month, that's a completely new, fresh start, guys. Everything that we've subconsciously kind of obtained and any deep emotions that we felt, that could have been released around this full moon. And then Aries is going to be a completely different energy. This is going to have everything to do with becoming who we are again, and fire and energy and stuff like that. Pisces is more of a water energy. So anytime you have a moon in a water sign, I feel that the moon is very, very potent, because the moon controls the water, it controls tides and emotion. It's very comfortable in the 4th, 8th, and 12th house. The moon is another energy that talks about subconscious energy. So the moon really likes being in Pisces, just like Cancer and Pisces, they kind of have a bond, right? Because the moon controls deep subconscious energies. The 12th house is deep subconscious energy, so the moon is extremely powerful here, especially when it has to do with our dreams and our intuitions and anything that's hidden behind the scenes. Now, the 12th house is the house of healing, right? This is ironically the house of churches and mental institutions, prisons. So, but you know, I feel like the 12th house welcomes everyone. Everyone has to pass through the 12th house eventually. And it's kind of that come as you are energy, right? But, you know, the 12th house, it's a mysterious house. There is a lot of pain in this house because when you go somewhere to heal, all of that energy kind of releases, and when you're around all that release, you know, there's a lot of negative things sometimes that we have to release, a lot of unresolved emotion or you know, suffering, sorrows. That is the house of Pisces, and that is why Pisces are so kind and nurturing usually, especially spiritually enlightened Pisces. Like, we heal and we're kind, and it's because we know how it feels. You know, the 12th house, there's no one who can't be understood by the 12th house, because the 12th house combines all signs. So Aries is a part of the 12th house. Taurus is the part of the 12th house. So you can release things here in the 12th house about yourself, about your resources, about your values, about your communication, about your emotions, about your home, your family. You can release things about your heart, your love. You can release things about your what is or isn't your authentic self. You can damn sure release things about your lifestyle, about your health, about the service you offer other people. And I'm just going through the zodiac wheel now just to kind of show you that you can release things about relationships or intimacy or anything. All the signs are welcome in the 12th house. So everything that we represent as the zodiac constellations kind of join together as these two different fish, right? And that's why Pisces is the two fish, because there's nothing that can't come here. You know, you can go left, you can go right. It's the yin and the yang. Light and dark are welcome here. Up and down are welcome here. Masculine, feminine, everything is welcome in the 12th house, because the universe needed a space as kind of like a void that you enter, and no one. It all happens in your subconscious. It happens in a dream state. It happens as an illusion, right? So as long as it's a dream, as long as it's an illusion, as long as it's dark and no, because the 12th house is actually really hidden too. It's not just the 8th house that's hidden. The 12th house is very hidden too. So you basically can undo yourself. This is the house of self-undoing, right? Everyone talks crap about Pisces saying, oh, we're martyrs, you know. We sacrifice ourselves. Yeah, as human Pisces, because we're humans representing these zodiac signs. So when you take something as beautiful as the 12th house, like undoing and sacrifice, sometimes it does manifest in a very negative way. Like for me as a Pisces, because I'm all about that self-undoing and sacrifice, sometimes, yeah, I have sacrificed myself for other people. Sometimes I have self-undone myself, or like, you know, kind of had inner sorrows or anything, something like that with other people. You know, yeah, Pisces does sacrifice a lot. We do, but it's because we're the last sign. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to wait an entire zodiac cycle to even have our birthdays, to even have, you know, like we waited an entire zodiac cycle for this moon. So Pisces is naturally patient and understanding and kind, and you know, somebody's got to represent that in the zodiac, guys. Somebody's got to represent the house where everybody's welcome, because everyone else has like specific duties, you know. So Pisces kind of, we sacrificed our own house, we sacrificed our own constellation to just kind of welcome everybody in. Someone has to do it. Someone has to be that unconditional energy, right? That'll just welcome everybody, welcome everything, and just not expect anything in return. To me, I love that, because it's very important that we all have a safe place to go, and it's our subconscious, you know. But this is why we need to kind of pay attention to what our subconscious is trying to tell us, because the subconscious, you know, as a Pisces, I'll tell you, the subconscious is our real brain. Like, it's what we really should listen to. It's our spiritual mind, basically. Like, that's kind of intense, but it's our dreams, and it's, you know, it's what we do without being aware of it, right? Because we have the conscious, which is the sun in awareness, and then we have excuse my voice, guys, and then we have the subconscious. So it's kind of a substitute for the conscious. It's kind of because not everything can be seen in the light. So the moon, dreams, our intuition, visions, stuff like that, that's more of the subconscious house, because it's held sacred to you. It's so sacred that even you don't know it until you it's kind of like a daydreaming energy. You know what I mean? Have you ever just started to daydream, and then when you became conscious that you were daydreaming, like that daydream kind of disappears, and you don't even really have recollection of what you were just dreaming about? That's what I mean, guys. Like, there's a need to sacrifice, you know, to enter this house. You have to sacrifice logic. You have to sacrifice knowing the answer now. This is why logical people will have a hard time with this energy. You know, grounded people, people who need the facts and stuff like that, they'll have a hard time with this, the lack of details that. But I'm comfortable with this energy. You know, I don't need details from Neptune or for this video even, because I know the 12th house is all about feeling and healing, all right? And it's a very spiritual energy. It's a very psychic energy. And as I was mentioning, this is a mutable water energy. So this is gonna, anytime we have a moon in a mutable sign, it invokes change into our universe, right? So with Virgo and Pisces in our universe right now working together, this is changes in our environment, changes in our emotion. So this is about being able to adapt physically, mentally, and spiritually, emotionally, okay? This is really beneficial energies. And, you know, you may even feel like your Pisces has that kind of which way do I go energy. You know, I just want to go both ways. Like, I just want everyone to win. I want everyone to, you know, Pisces, this energy is about the collective, right? And then we got Virgo and Pisces who are basically at a war against each other about who's more giving. No, Virgo, I'm more giving. No, Pisces, I give in a realistic way. You just confuse people. Virgo, but you don't help emotionally. So Pisces is, you know, so Virgo, we're both givers. This is what I'm trying to say. Virgo and Pisces are the givers of the zodiac. Virgo is of service. Pisces is there to heal. And, you know, we have, this is an angelic energy. This is an otherworldly kind of, I guess they say Pisces is the ascended masters, you know, that have been here and reincarnated more than once. But guys, I'm just going to say here that the reason why Pisces is so spiritual is because we, you know, people do say that Pisces is the most spiritual sign. And, you know, as a Pisces, just on behalf of that, I feel that Pisces is very spiritual. I'm not going to say we're the most, because I think everyone can be spiritual in their own way. Plus, everyone has Pisces energy somewhere, even if it's progressed, you know. And the reason why Pisces is a spiritual energy is because it alchemizes all the elements. So that's another thing I wanted to mention right here in this video, is that Pisces is not only all zodiac, but they're all elements. So there's earth. It's a magician energy. This is a very magical energy. Pisces is filled with anything you could ever possibly want, because at some point somebody released it into the 12th house. So there's basically this land, this magical land where people just kind of undo things. And with that being said, like there's an infinite amount of everything there. Anything that you could possibly need is somewhere in the subconscious of the universe, and that's where we manifest from, right? And what I was thinking is like this energy is trippy to explain, because if those of you who have watched Alice in Wonderland, like the 12th house, Neptune, Pisces energy is what Alice fell into, okay? Like Wonderland. And it's interesting that she says that. She's like, if I had a world of my own, everything would be nonsense. Nothing would be what it is, because everything would be what it wouldn't. And what it shouldn't be. It's like it's a weird, you know how it was in the Alice in Wonderland, where there was people who were mad and nothing made sense. And even Alice, you know, she started to kind of miss detail. You know, she wanted to find her way back home, and it was like some sort of dream. And you know, in the original Alice in Wonderland, the Disney version, she was asleep. She entered this whole world through her dreams, but she actually fell down a rabbit hole, okay? And it was very magical and nothing made sense. Like, that's the kind of energy you kind of want to embrace with this Neptune thing, because it's just a little bit of everything and nothing all at the same time. So yeah, I definitely wanted to mention there that were all the elements involved. So this is a very alchemizing energy. Pisces, we've been around Pisces energy because I'm just a representative of Pisces, right? I reincarnated as a Pisces because I don't think any other zodiac sign would have really been able to handle my soul, because I've just been here so many times. You know what I'm saying? This is one of my last lives, if not the last life. So yeah, I just needed to be a Pisces because I have a little bit of everything. I've experienced fire and earth and water and air, and I've experienced the different zodiac signs. And so Pisces energy, the 12th house energy, is a house where you go when you kind of experienced it all, okay? Because it's the house where you can experience nothing, if that makes sense. So that's just a little bit there about the moon, guys. Very powerful. The main thing to kind of that I really wanted to just kind of really stress here is that we really have completed a whole cycle. So welcome to the end of the journey, you guys. And as I mentioned in my post on Facebook and Instagram, because I always write about the Pisces moon, or about the moons and about the new moons as well. And this truly is the ending to a journey, and that's what the 12th house represents. It's the end to a cycle, but then we go back into the first house. So next month we're bringing back in this first house energy, which has everything to do with who we are, has everything to do with who we identify as, and just us, right? The I am. But before we can get back to that, guys, we have to release what we are. In order to figure out what we are, we have to release what we are. In order to begin, we have to end. And like I was saying, endings are beginnings in a disguise. It may seem like this is just a never-ending cycle, but as long as you wake up at some point during that cycle, you can change the way that you're traveling around this universal, ever infinite, everlasting thing. Okay? So this truly is the end to a chapter. It's not just the end to the chapter for you or for me or for Joe or for Bob. This is a chapter, this is a full closed book, actually. And we're about to start a completely new book, a completely new character, completely new everything. Completely new storyline, everything. So this is like the last season to a show. Now there might be a new show that comes out that kind of reiterates that, you know what I mean? It kind of has some of the same characters, but it's written by a new producer. Everything's different. So this is truly, guys, the ending to a chapter of our life. It's going to happen in different areas. That's why it's really important to know where Pisces energy is at for you. And that's what I'm going to do right now, is I'm just going to quickly write down the houses that this is happening for all of us before I jump into the cards. But it's really good to know where Pisces is for you when you were born. Some of you are Pisces or Pisces moons or Pisces risings, but others of you have Pisces like Mercury or Venus or something. So that'll be important, because as far as these cycles, I mean, come on, we are not going to be able to escape a cycle right now. Like, this is the unit, when the unit, as above, so below. So the universe has finished a complete cycle now. So as far as how these manifest in our lives, it's, you know, if you want more information about that, you really want to look at your birth chart. I'm going to speak about the collective. So for Aries, you know, Aries, this is the 12th house for Aries. So these are subconscious completions and new beginnings for Aries. So the sky's the limit for that one. Anything can complete at a subconscious level. All right, so I'll do my best to kind of explain that, but this will manifest, guys. This is going to be more intense than even the eclipse events. You know, it's going to be more intense than any full moon, really, because of Pisces being the 12th house, and because the universe actually is completing with us now. So before, we were completing certain things, but the universe was still kind of at work. Now we're completing things together, and it, you know, it makes it even more symbolic that, you know, Mars is direct now. And I definitely woke up and felt that Mars energy, because everybody was just rearing to go. So let me just write these notes here real quick, see where everything's happening. So Aries is 12th house, Taurus 11th, Gemini, Cancer, this is your 9th house, Leo, this is your 8th, and then of course Virgo, this is your 7th house, and then Libra, this is your 6th house, Scorpio, this is your 5th house, Sag, this is your 4th house, in Capricorn, this is your 3rd, Aquarius, your 2nd, and then of course for Pisces, this is our 1st house. So I just kind of wanted to remind myself of that, guys, and then we're going to get started with the cards now. And I already shuffled, and I went back and forth about what deck I should use for the Pisces videos. I thought about using regular tarot. I thought about using my Indigo Angel deck, because Virgos are the angels. But I'm just really led to this because Pisces is a very mysterious house. So even though the full moon is filled with light, the 12th house itself is still a very hidden, dark, not evil, but just dark as in unknown and deep. Okay, so I wanted to use my wisdom of the house. I was very spiritually led to use these. And for my new moon, I'll probably use my Indigo Angel deck. This is just calling to me, guys. So I did shuffle. We have the moon here, which is symbolic for this energy in Pisces. So just briefly here, as I pull these cards and I talk about the houses that's happening for us, guys, you know, take whatever you want from these readings. It can definitely mean whatever, but I'm going to set the intent that, before I do that, I'm going to say but I'm going to set the intent that whatever message comes out, it's obviously going to give you more information about the Pisces full moon and what it meant for you. And it's also going to tell you kind of what cycle you're dealing with, you know, what cycle is kind of coming to a completion. So with that being said, it could either be a beginning or an ending. So we'll see what comes out, guys. But, you know, follow your own intuition. That's what all this energy is all about. Following your own intuition. You know, everybody becomes a psychic in the 12th house. Everybody becomes, you know, a visionary and things like that when you're in the 12th house. Because that's the only way you can see in the 12th house is by kind of closing your eyes. All right, eyes wide shut kind of energy. So since we're completing so many things as a collective, I definitely wanted to use my sage. I used it a little bit before I started the video, but I just want to clear the space and ask my guides and spirit to, you know, open this as a sacred space and just kind of open the healing energy. So I definitely call upon Neptune to help me with these readings. I call upon the 12th house of the universe to help me spiritually with these readings. And I want to clear you guys. So at this part, you can do whatever you want, guys. You can close your eyes. You can watch the smoke. But I'm just sending my Pisces energy out to the collective. So I want to send healing energy to all the Aries watching. I want to send healing energy to all the Taurus and Cancer and Geminis watching. I want to send healing to Leo, Virgo. I want to send healing, especially Virgo. I want to send healing to Libra and Scorpio and Sagittarius and Capricorn. I want to send healing to all the Aquariuses watching and all the Pisces who are helping with this energy as well. So all 12 zodiac signs, I want to send healing to fire and passion. I want to send healing to earth and grounded. I want to send healing to air and mental, in our intellect. And I want to send healing to water. I want to send emotional healing to all of everyone watching. If you're watching this, you are healed and you're ready subconsciously to start new beginnings and to end. So I'm clearing that zodiac wheel back there, guys. And we're definitely all cleared in the name of the universe, so mote it be. So I'm ready if you guys are ready. So we're going to start with Aries. We start where everybody should start, which is the beginning. And Aries, this is easy for you. Pisces is your 12th house. So you guys are actually very, very aware of this energy subconsciously because this energy is directly right behind you. So let's go see what's going on for Aries. What is the message for Aries for the Pisces full moon? What can we tell Aries? What is the message for Aries? This full moon in Pisces, August 2018 for Aries. All right, Aries, we've got a pretty interesting there. So the card that flipped out for you guys is honesty. I'm not sure if you guys have gotten this before, but look at that flame and look at that moon on that candle. So Aries, intuitively, I want to tell you guys that this is a time to get some candles. Now, you can get white candles, red candles. White candles are good for purity. You can get black candles. It's good to get a black and a white candle for the yin and the yang energy. Either way, I don't care if it's a scented strawberry candle. You need to get a candle and light the candle in the name of honesty. This is the flames of honesty. And Aries, you are a fire sign. So this is definitely speaking to your fiery energy. And Aries, you do better with things when you're being honest. Okay, this is the card of honesty. So there may be something that this moon is kind of, well, it can go a few different ways. This moon might invoke honesty in you. Like, it may reveal certain truths to you. But honesty is coming up as a theme for you with this Pisces full moon. There may be something that you need to be honest about, Aries. The vibration of honesty is going to be a to and fro. So you need to be around people who are authentic and honest. And that's what I was going to say to you, Aries, is that you are most on fire when you're being honest with yourself and others. So if there's something that you need to come clean about, because full moons have a way of doing that. Full moons have a way of kind of shedding light on things that are hidden. You know, full moons, when the moon is, because the moon is secrets, right? And when secrets are filled with light, obviously you become aware of what's been hidden. If something's done in the dark, it comes to the light. So that there might be an energy here about that, Aries, where either you're being honest or someone's being honest to you. But the opposite of honesty is, you know, deceit and lies. So you really want to light that flame in like to kind of protect you from that. You may need to light a candle. But the main message here, I feel, is that this is a cycle of honesty. Like, you really need to step into the next full moon, which is Aries. You're going to have a full moon next month, okay? You're up next, Aries. So now is the time for you to release anything that is not authentic. Now is the time for you to release anything from your subconscious, right? Even the things you hide in here, Aries. The way you speak to yourself, the way you feel at night before you go to bed. It's about being honest, okay? You are your most on fire. You are your hottest when you are being honest and when you know who you are, when you're confident. So this is about you being honest with yourself about the way you feel, being honest with yourself about what keeps repeating for you. What is the never-ending story for you? What is the cycle that doesn't repeat? This is going to be something really deep, something that you feel inside. It could even be your emotions or your some sort of subconscious honesty. You need to be honest with yourself in a subconscious way. So we've got honesty for you, Aries, and my main message for you is that, you know, the fire, there's moons here. You know, there's a couple of different moons here. So this is an honest moon for you, Aries, and I think it's about you just stepping even further into your authenticity before your full moon. Now we do have a significant Leo showing up here for some of you because we have the strength here. So there's strength and honesty, Aries. There is, and there's roots here. So this is about you being honest about your roots, being honest about your strengths and your weaknesses. You know, sometimes honesty is just looking yourself clearly in the face, okay, Aries? And you, of all people, have to know who you are because you rule the first house of self, and that's the house that's coming up next. So this is about you being your strongest, having strength and honesty, right? And being strong even in your weaknesses as well, Aries. So I think that's the message for you, and it could even be you being honest with a Leo for some of you. Or if it's not a Leo, it's just you guys being honest about certain things that happened over Leo season, or being honest about what makes you happy, what makes you sad. Just honesty all together, Aries. It's definitely best. This is a cycle of honesty. So that could, for some of you, could mean lies ending. You know, you lying to yourself ending. So hopefully that helps, Aries. Whoa. We almost had wishing. So wishing kind of came out. I don't know if that was for Taurus or Aries. So let's go for Taurus. Taurus. Oh my goodness. We have chaos again. This card comes out for Taurus a lot. And I have a Taurus moon, so I feel it, man. Taurus, we have chaos again. So this is a good message, though. This is a good message because we want to keep in mind that this is what's ending, right? This is the beginnings and endings. So Taurus, this could be for some of you, finally, the cycles of chaos ending in your life. This is subconscious chaos, the chaos in your mind, chaotic dreams about destruction and war. This is finally the calm after the storm, Taurus. You know, we can definitely, I want you guys to really release anything chaotic. People, places, things, jobs, money, anything chaotic in your life, Taurus, it has to go. Even if it's hidden in your subconscious, even if it's your chaotic emotions, chaotic like home lives or chaotic family members, whatever is this tornado that has come into your life, whatever makes you feel ungrounded, Taurus, whatever makes you feel like things are spiraling out of control, which they have been for Taurus behind the scenes for a long time. And to make it even worse, Taurus is such a grounded sign and so stable that most people don't even know Taurus are going through this. But I know because for my readings, Taurus has continued to get chaos. I've been keeping an eye on that. But I'm glad to tell you, Taurus, that we have finally learned. Some of us have finally learned. We have this number 9. So for some of us, it could be linked to our education. It could be linked to our beliefs or our religion. It could be linked to a Sagittarius. It could be linked to some sort of lack of expansion or something expanding way too fast. Could be Jupiter that's across from you in Scorpio. But we have finally learned something. It was a very chaotic learning process. It was very hard. And we had to learn without feeling grounded. We had to learn without feeling at ease and at peace. Chaos. Taurus, this is a tornado leaving your life. This is the end to feeling uprooted. We're finally going to start feeling grounded again, Taurus. So this is about and this is your 11th house. So it could be, I feel like this is chaotic people around you because the 11th house has to do with groups. It has to do with communities. So if you live in a chaotic place or if you live around chaotic people, I feel like this moon, it might not happen immediately. Now keep in mind, this energy is happening subconsciously. So we're not going to really know when this energy has really happened because it's going to happen in a dream-like way, right? We might have significant dreams. If you have any significant dreams about tornadoes, you know, keep in mind the detail that's around because your dreams are trying to show you where the root of this chaos is. So I think that's what it is, Taurus, is that we're finally... We finally have become educated. Like we have learned the lesson of this chaos because these tornadoes, these metaphorical spiritual tornadoes, this is the tower. So we have learned from things falling apart. We have learned for some reason, and it's Uranus is what it is. Uranus is in Taurus. And Uranus comes in and makes people unstable. Okay, now this could be a brief let go of that because Uranus is kind of retrograding soon into Aries, I think. So we might get a short break. In that short break, Taurus, we need to use it as a resource. We need to value this time period. I'll let you guys know. Some of you guys need to reach out to me so I can let you know when Uranus leaves our sign briefly because it's going to retrograde a little bit into Aries. It will come back. The next 7 years is going to be definitely Uranus and Taurus. But we're going to get this. The universe is giving us a little bit of a break. It's giving us an opportunity to clean up some of this mess. You know how we are, Taurus. We like to clean, we like to cook, we like to do laundry, we like to everything to be in order. We're very territorial. And this person, place, or thing that this tornado is, it wore out its welcome with Taurus. You know what I'm saying? The reason why we're stubborn is because we know what we want and we know what we value. This tornado was very important, Taurus, in your life. Whatever this means for all of us are dealing with chaos in different places. And there's a need here to remember the chaos, okay? Remember the chaos. Don't forget the tornado. Don't forget the tornado, because next time the tornado comes, we'll have canned food, we'll have bottled water. We'll be ready for this thing to unground us. You know, this is like the Wizard of Oz type of energy. All right, maybe this is about us realizing, you know, there's no place like home or something like that. But whatever it is, don't forget what you learned. Do not forget what you learned. Let's just get in a phone call there. Don't forget what you've learned, Taurus. Don't forget the chaos, because as long as we remember it, there's going to be a reminder that we get of it. And I feel like this is what's completing for us. This is chaotic cycles leaving Taurus so that we can start calmer beginnings. Now, I do see deceit here. So some of this chaos has to do with deceit, but it's about growing from that, Taurus. It's about seeing the beauty and remembering the beauty of this tornado as well. This is the Tower card. You know what I mean? So the Tower is the universe, right? The universe coming in, striking something by lightning. And it's because, Taurus, we are very powerful lovers. You know, I've heard this from several different astrologers that Taurus are kind of one of the most loyal signs. You know, they're freaky, they're sexy, they're loyal, they're beautiful, they cook, you know, we're funny, whatever. And, you know, we are so stable because we're cows, right? We're bulls. So we ground ourselves, and it takes something strong. It takes something heavy and powerful for Taurus to end a cycle. Because Taurus, especially if we value something, especially if we consider it worth it, then a Taurus will stick with you to the fucking end. Like, we stuck with some people through this tornado. This tornado transformed us. And so sometimes, my point with saying that, Taurus, is sometimes the universe has to come in and kind of end and begin certain things against our will, okay, and show us our value in a different way. So keep in mind what you've learned, Taurus. This is the ending to certain chaotic cycles briefly, so that nothing seems as chaotic again, okay? So welcome back to Kansas, Taurus. Make sure you hug Annie M. Make sure you give Toto a little bit of a pet, you know what I mean, and make sure that no one makes you feel crazy for what you just went through. Okay, Gemini. This is your 10th house. You're a mutable sign, Gemini, so you're going to feel this energy. Let's see what's going on for Gemini. This is your 10th house. Pisces is your 10th house, Gemini. So no wonder, you know, Gemini has a long-term goal to be spiritual, to be this Pisces energy. You guys always have a long-term goal in mind to kind of complete something, or, you know, subconsciously. So we have these two cards just show out. And I'm not sure why these came out. So we have some cats showing up, Gemini. We have some significant cats. We also have a significant Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. And if you're not dealing with a fire, because this is the High Priestess of Fire. So I am led to say that there's a significant fire sign around you that could be influencing you for this moon. But this is also a passion, so you don't have to be dealing with a fire sign. Keep in mind, this message has to do with a completion for you, because it's the 10th house. It has to do with your long-term goals. It has to do with your career and your legacy. So there's certain differences in your legacy, Gemini. And some of you, this is your passion. Make sure that you're actually passionate about, make sure you're doing things right now, Gemini, that you're passionate about in the long run. Make sure that this is going to make you happy in the long run, not just a quick fix. No, like, this is not a brief laughter for you, Gemini. You deserve to be happy in the long run. In careers, in the things that you're doing, like what you're leaving behind as a legacy should be very passionate and creative. This is about not letting your light burn out. The High Priestess comes up for people who really need to make sure that their flame is protected, okay? So the universe might send you, it might not be an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo. For some of you, straight up, you're going to meet, there's going to be new Sagittarius and Aries and Leos coming into your life. Now, this is your opposite energy, fire, because you're air, right? But for others of you, this is just going to be any zodiac sign, but they're going to be really passionate, really creative, you know, really fiery, maybe even sexy. Maybe this is going to light a passion in you, Gemini, especially for those of you who feel like your passion is just burnt out. For those of you who feel like you're really not on fire anymore, this is the fifth. This is a significant Leo for some of you, because the 5 of fire, 5th house Leo. This is also about your pleasures, Gemini, your happiness, your passions, your creativity. And we have these two cards came out, okay? So some of you are dealing with a very different fire sign. Like, you're a Gemini. Maybe you're with someone who's very different than you. Some of you, it is going to be a Sag. That's your opposite sign. But this full moon is all about completing certain things in a passionate way. Completing certain things, starting new beginnings passionately, starting new beginnings in relationships, jobs, careers, meeting new people, placing just new situations, Gemini, new circumstances of passion. Anything that doesn't give you passion or happiness, anything that doesn't contribute to your fire. You know, there might be things that have put your fire out. Those things, they're too different from you. And we have differences here. We got this black cat and this white cat. And I love when this comes up for Gemini because you guys are the twins and you guys are the masculine and the feminine. You're the light and the dark. You're a dual sign, and this is mutable dual energy. Pisces is a dual sign too. So Gemini, Libra, and Pisces are going to feel this very interestingly. So we've got that orange and we've got the apple. You know, both of those are really good. Oranges are good, apples are good, but they're different from each other, Gemini. So this is about you kind of embracing the passionate differences of yourself. You know, the light of you, the dark of you, the masculine of you, the feminine of you, the differences here, the passionate differences. This is a cycle here, the yin and the yang. It's a yin and yang cycle for you, Gemini. I feel like maybe your twins are going to come together because of this moon. This is the ending to you feeling separated. This is the illusion of separation kind of leaving you. You know, you are always with your twin. You are the twins of the zodiac. So this is about you kind of meeting it halfway with certain, maybe this will manifest with people. Maybe there's a person, place, or thing that's polar opposite of you, Gemini, but you're going to need that duality. So if you have a person, place, or thing that represents the opposite of you, trust me, I'm in a situation like that. Use it to your ability. Use it to create something passionate, okay? Use it to fuel your fire, kind of. And we have the Grove here and the High Priestess of Spirit down there. So this is some spiritual healing for you, Gemini. We got the 21. That might be important, or maybe it's 3. Because 3 is communication. So you guys might communicate an apology to someone. It could be a fire sign. It could be someone who's really different. Someone that you have to compromise with. You're going to need to know the differences between fire and air right now. You're going to need to know the differences between up and down and left and right and black and white and good and evil and light and dark. All these things, Gemini, in order to kind of heal. And we've got these cats, okay? So we've got Leo showing up significantly because we've got 3 cats here now. So this might just be you guys healing your feminine energy. Or healing, you know, with a Leo, because cats represent female energy, right? They're very, very psychic. So this is you healing your spiritual female energy. Everyone has female energy, Gemini. And for you, I feel like it's this white cat that you're kind of healing, okay? You're healing, you're spiritually healing, and you're spiritually forgiving certain females in your life. You know, this is the mother energy, the mother moon. So the moon's energy is very feminine, okay? So you are definitely healing the feminine part of you. So what is the feminine part, Gemini? Your emotions, the side of you that is nurturing, the more patient side of you, the more hidden, emotional, spiritual, intuitive woman essence. You know, the yin energy, I want to say. Yang would be male, right? And then yin. So there's something up with your yin energy, Gemini, and I've been kind of channeling that for you guys for a while. So you need to, there's a spark with a woman, whether that's your inner woman, everybody has it, or it might be a significant woman, your mother, your aunt, your sister, like a female girl, a girlfriend, a wife. So it's going to be different for all of you, but either way, this moon is about ending a cycle for Gemini where their masculine and their feminine can't heal together. This is you healing together. So embrace the differences that this moon shows you, Gemini, the differences in you, the differences in others. Let it light a fire, and that's ultimately going to be so that you can heal and maybe even, you know, receive some apologies from certain people. Maybe you're going to be speaking about an apology, but it's healing communication, Gemini. This has everything to do with your long-term goals and legacy. This could happen in the career, for all I know. But, all right, Gemini, that's a pretty positive message for you. Keep in mind, this is spiritual healing for you. Cycles of spiritual healing. All right, Cancer. So you're definitely going to be feeling this too, Cancer, because you're ruled by the moon, first of all. So thanks for being ruled by the moon and allowing the moon to come in Pisces. You know, you guys get this energy. This is your 9th house. So this is all about learning for you, Cancer. This is all about expansion. So lucky you, you know, the reason why Cancers are damn near the most spiritual sign is because Pisces is the 9th house of Cancer. So you guys are always learning in an emotional way. You're always subconsciously learning, like the subconscious of Cancer is always expanding because you have the 9th house Pisces. So you guys learn best through emotion. You learn best through spirit. You learn best through psychic intuition because Pisces is your 9th house. All of this energy that Pisces represents is expanded naturally for you, Cancer. So you guys are the spiritual teachers. You guys are the spiritual students, the students and the teachers. The ninth house is a very philosophical energy. It's philosophy. So Cancer naturally gets the philosophy of emotions. That's why you guys are so intelligent and so intuitive and empathic, because of where Pisces is on the zodiac wheel for you. And you know, oh God. All right, so I'll just show you guys how I just saw this. So the card that came out for you guys is the beautiful, accurate High Priestess of Water. You guys are the High Priestess and the High Priest of Water. You guys, the High Priestess does represent you guys in Tarot and Pisces. And then even the High Priestess, and you guys are known as the priestesses and the priests, okay? And you guys are the fourth house, so check that number 4 right there. So this has everything to do with your emotion. It has everything to do with your deep feelings and even your home, Cancer. Even though this is ninth house, so there could be something you're learning about your emotional roots. There could be something you're learning about your emotional foundation. How to better protect yourself emotionally around the people, places, and things that maybe in the home environment, maybe even family members that cause you certain emotion, positive or negative. But this is my Cancer card. This is the fourth house of water. Now, the High Priestess of Water herself, she does come out for people who need to remember what water is, right? This is a very beautiful card to come out for you, Cancer, because this is a water energy. Pisces is water. So you're cardinal water, though, Cancer. So you're more about persevering through emotion. You know, you're not really much like a Pisces, where Pisces can change how they feel so much. A Cancer doesn't change how they feel as much as a Pisces does. A Cancer just wants to do something about it. You know, a Cancer just wants to continue to move forward and persevere. That's why you're the Chariot card, because you want to move forward even though there's obstacles in your way emotionally. So maybe you can learn a little bit more from this energy to kind of be adaptable, to kind of change a little bit of your emotion, because this High Priestess is talking about how water can be ice, water can be snow. Keep in mind, when you pour water, you are a water sign. You pour a Cancer or a Pisces and a Scorpio into any situation, best believe we will adapt to it emotionally, whether you're fixed, mutable, or water is a mutable energy no matter what. Cancer, you just use the mutableness as cardinal. You know, you just use the fact that water is ever changeable to your benefit to move forward. So this is about you being a little bit more mutable, Cancer, maybe changing your emotional foundation a little bit. There could be certain changes that happen to you emotionally, but you know, whether you want to be ice, Cancer, you can be ice if you want. You can be hard. Water can be ice if it wants. Water can destroy iron, dude. Water is so powerful. So this is what you need to be careful of, Cancer, because I didn't even know that 2 cards came out. Deceit. There's deceit behind you. This is an emotional cycle for you, Cancer. And there might be, I don't know if you're linked to Aries anyway, because Aries got honesty and Cancer got deceit. So I don't want you to let anyone deceive you of anything I just talked about, okay? That you could have an emotional manipulators around you, Cancer. Now, leave it to your dog, Pisces. Pisces is your friend, okay? I love Cancer. Pisces loves Cancer. Pisces loves their water sign brothers and sisters. So our moon, our Pisces full moon, is obviously revealing certain things to Cancer. Revealing certain deception, okay? Do not allow anyone to emotionally deceive you, Cancer. This is the ending to that. If you've been around a person, place, or thing, you can emotionally deceive yourself too. So don't worry, Cancer. This could very well be you just learning more about emotional deceit. You might be learning more about gaslighting. You might be learning more about emotional manipulation or emotional abuse even. But this is this could even be a Pisces or a Cancer or a Scorpio, because the High Priestess of Water visited you. So there could be a significant water sign around you, or just someone who kind of invokes that watery, spiritual, intuitive energy. But just careful, because I thought this was one card. I thought one card came out for you. And then I moved the card and it revealed deceit. So deceit was hidden, Cancer. Be very careful not to deceive yourself. You know, you're very psychic. You're very intuitive. And this energy, you're learning from it. So my main message here for you, Cancer, I believe this is what's ending for you. Emotional deceit, whether it be on your behalf or someone else's. Emotional manipulation. You know, this is what's ending. This is the cycle that's ending for you, Cancer. Certain emotional cycles. This is a new beginning of emotion for you. This is a new beginning of a foundation, right? Because we have this 4 here. And then we have the 38, which is 11. So just be careful that there's no deceitful friends, that you're not hanging out around deceitful groups of people that low-key. This is someone, I don't want you guys to get drained. Because with this card combination, I feel like there's an emotional succubus around some of you guys. That just kind of, you'll know because they come around you when you feel happy. They come around you when you're actually full. Maybe they come around you when you first wake up. Whenever you feel emotionally full, Cancer, be mindful of the people that attracts to you, because they could just be coming around for their own selfish benefit. For some of you, you're just around, you know, maybe you have been, but luckily this full moon is about completions. So, you know, Cancer, you need to learn more about your emotions, and you need to learn more about deceit. And don't forget, you know, there is a reminder here of hope. This moon is about not forgetting hope. This is a reminder here of love and hope, okay? And even in these situations, love and hope is on your side. Don't worry, Cancer. This is okay, because you're learning about this. Sometimes the universe will send us somebody deceitful so that we can learn about deceit, so that we can learn what we don't want, okay? So that's for you, Cancer. I wish you all the best. Hopefully you're educating yourself on those kind of things, because this is a cycle for you that's kind of, deceit is ending for you. So Leo, this is a very interesting house for you. This is your 8th house. So if you've ever wondered why emotions are kind of always Leo was always transforming spiritually, because Pisces is their 8th house. You know, and also sex is a very emotional thing for Leos, because Leos can heal you during sex. They're very passionate and emotional when Leo exchanges emotion during sexual encounters, because sex is a very spiritually shared thing with Leo, okay? Because Pisces is your 8th house. So this is the house of hidden. Okay, so this is, remember, keep in mind, this is what's ending for you, okay? So there could be certain, well, we're going to reveal the card. We have the Chaos card. So some of you are definitely linked with Leo and Taurus, okay? Leo and Taurus got the same card so far. So I'm going to tell you exactly what I told Taurus, but in a little bit of a different way, Leo. So of course, this is about chaos that has happened with you, right? You are the North Node, so Leo's dealing with chaos in a completely different way. Now, luckily, you're a fixed sign, so you're able to stabilize this energy better than what someone else would. So this is the ending to something chaotic in your life, Leo. And it's linked to your 8th house. So this is hidden chaos. Leo has been going through this in a very hidden way. So this is about you transforming, okay? Transforming chaos in your life. Transforming, even though there's a cyclone. You know, the Tower card is a Scorpio card, and you are going through the 8th house stuff. So you could be dealing with a Sagittarius too, Leo, or a Scorpio, because Scorpio is the chaos card. It's some of you could briefly be dealing with Libra. Libra is the angels of chaos. So that also went for Taurus too, that they could be dealing with Libra. But for you, Leo, I think this is chaos transforming in your life. You know, this is you giving birth, something dying. You know, the 8th house deals with death. So Leo is no stranger to spiritual death, because Pisces is your 8th house. So this full moon was all about something dying for you. So if I wanted something to die as a Leo right now, I would definitely want to put an end for good to certain chaotic people, places, and things. Like there might be, if after this moon, certain situations, people, places, and things aren't alive anymore, like they leave. If you don't have certain friends, or if you don't have certain jobs, or if anything leaves, because full moons bring completions and new beginnings. So if something leaves your life, Leo, just know that the universe deemed it as chaotic, and this is a chaotic completion for you. Chaos is something that is leaving your world now. So this is the calm of the storm after you too, Leo. And this is the 9th house. So you are learning from this chaos as well. The chaos that has expanded throughout your life. You know, you're definitely being you're a student right now of this. You needed to learn from this tornado, right? So something, whether it has or is about to, this represents something that's crumbling down. But trust the universe, okay? Trust that there was some sort of hidden... Now, for you, it's interesting, Leo, because you might not have been able to see this chaos. It could have been a person that you were just with forever, and you know how Leos are. They're always coming from the heart. And not to be rude, Leo, but Leos are the children of the Zodiac. So children, they're kind of naive, for lack of a better word. But a better word would be innocent. Children are innocent. And we all know how... children in our universe are corrupted at very early, like our world, society, awful things. The innocence and happiness, the purity of children is corrupted. So this tornado might have been sent to you to kind of corrupt certain naivety, whatever, certain things that you were naive to, because this is a tornado that was happening in the dark. So if there's anything worse than a tornado coming, it's the one that you can't see. So Leo, luckily this is transformation for you, okay? And then we do have loyalty, which is my Leo card, because we have the sunflowers here, and Leo is about the sun, the sunflower. If you didn't know that, Leo is represented by the sunflower. Now check that little butterfly out right there. You see? That is about transformation. And then we see that there's all the kinds of fall back there. The leaves are fall. So this might even happen September, October for you, this transformation. But this is about loyalty. So Leo is even being secretly loyal to this complicated chaos, okay? This is about your loyalty, and you need to be loyal to your transformation. Be loyal to your happiness. Maybe the universe sent this tornado as a distraction. Like, let's see if Leo can still be the North Node with this tornado. Let's send Leo a tornado and see if their house still stays. You know what I mean? So this is definitely about you being loyal. You know, just like Dorothy was. Dorothy was always loyal to Annie M. You know what I mean? When she went to Wizard of Oz, or when she went to the Wizard of Oz, she was loyal to the Scarecrow. She was loyal to her friends, you know what I mean? And you know, she didn't give no fucks about no evil witch. She kept those ruby reds, you know, clicking the heels 3 times, no place like home type of energy. So can you still be loyal, Leo, even though things seem chaotic, okay? Can you still transform even though things seem a bit all over the place? So my main message for you, Leo, we also have fall leaves here, okay? So this tornado is either coming or ending. I'm not sure if this is a beginning of a cycle or an ending of a cycle for you, Leo. Maybe a little bit of both, but your loyalty is coming up here. All right, and it is going to be a bit complicated, Leo, but this is about seeing in the dark, okay? There's some sort of chaos happening inside you, and it's probably shared with another person, place, or thing, because this is all about transformation and intimacy. So this is intimacy. This is something intimate with you that is very chaotic inside. It could even be at a heart level, but luckily this message is about what's ending and completion. So this might be this is the end to you being loyal to certain things that are no longer alive for you. This is the difference between death and life, Leo. What is alive? What is dead? You know, this is time for you to realize what has life and what doesn't, you know, because it's time to transform. And so luckily this could be very, very well the calm after the storm for you. This could be the ending to certain chaotic people, places, and things. It could also be the end to you being loyal to things that you know are chaotic now. Because this moon could have very well enlightened you to certain things that were hidden in your life. So hidden chaos coming to the surface, and you questioning your loyalty now in certain things, which is a good thing, Leo. So hopefully you're just kind of transforming throughout this. This is all about transformation, death, and rebirth for you. Virgo. Hi, Virgo. So, all right, we got a quick card for you there, Virgo, and I was just gonna say that this is your 7th house. Virgo and Pisces are opposite, so this full moon was opposite of you, Virgo. Very, very powerful for you because you were the sun. Virgo, right now you are the sun. The sun is in Virgo right now. You know, using Virgo to distribute detail and distribute logic and to ground our awareness, you know. So with this full moon, we needed the light from Virgo to even project from Pisces, okay? So you had everything to do with this Pisces full moon. It's your season. Happy birthday, by the way, Virgo. And for you, this is about relationships. So we have listening coming up, Virgo. Listening. So for you, Virgo, this could be either a new beginning of listening to you, or it could be certain cycles of listening being over. But for me, and we do have the 23 here, and 2 + 3 is 5. So this could be you listening to what makes you happy inside, listening to the pleasures. This could be a Leo involved. So it's very interesting here, this listening. When I get this card, I almost feel like I need to listen, right? So there's something here, Virgo, that you might even hear with this Pisces full moon. Maybe some of you, there's something about relationships that you need to listen to, okay? Listen to your intuition. This is a Pisces full moon, so this isn't listening to logic, Virgo. I know you've got your books, you know, you're trying to be logical, you're trying to study this energy, but Virgo, you really want to give in to the spirituality, right? You see the moon on her head. So Virgo, you're very secretly intuitive. You're the opposite sign of Pisces, so you're the shadow of Pisces. So you're spiritual just in a very logical way. You're intuitive just in a very grounded way. So you may want to listen to spirit, okay, about your relationships, because you're gonna receive certain guidance in your relationships, but you have to make sure you're listening, Virgo, because if you're not listening, and if you're listening in a logical way, this might not make sense to you. So what the message is here, what this little message says here, is darkness does not always is not always evil. Light does not always bring good. So this is about light and dark in your relationships, Virgo. And now this is relationships with all people. Moms and dads, brothers and sisters. This is romantic relationships, but also relationships with your children. We have relationships with all things, right? The seventh house is the relationship we form with ourselves, the relationship we form with people, places, and things. So there's something you need to listen about, Virgo. You need to listen to. So there might need to be some quietness. It's an intuitive listening. So listen, don't listen for the logic that people, because you already know logic, Virgo, and people don't always use logic as well as you. So there's certain people, places, and things that you have relationships with that you need to listen, okay? You might need to be a little bit quieter around this time, Virgo. And we have summoning, all right? So you're also being led to summon your own fulfillment. You might need to take a risk, okay, for some sort of new love or something like that. Some of you have manifested fulfillment. But with the summon card, this is about you kind of manifesting things. You have the light right now, Virgo. So in order for you to know where your fulfillment lies and what you need to summon right now, you're going to need to listen, because the universe is giving Virgo Virgo is hearing things that no one else can hear right now, because the sun is giving you certain awareness. So the fulfillment, this could definitely be the Ace of Cups for some of you, some sort of new love. But what would fulfill a Virgo? Probably some sort of job or some sort of financial, whatever you want, Virgo. Virgo wants different things than what other people want. Some of you just want a clean house. Some of you just want a motherfucking minute to yourself, so that to drink some wine and to just be left alone. You guys are going through your solar returns right now. The spotlight is on you, and you guys are more of hermit. So you don't really like all the attention on you, because when the sun is in Virgo, flaws can be seen more. So the flaws of you, the flaws of others, and how you can better fulfill, yourself in the middle of all these mistakes and stuff like that, Virgo. It's okay. You just need to take a breather. Summon your own fulfillment, And now this is beautiful to come up for relationships, because some of you guys really need to take a risk right now. Some of you guys need to meditate about your relationships if you're needing help, if you're needing guidance. But for real, there's some sort of risk that's coming up here in a relationship. You might take a risk with a relationship. Some of you guys are going to take a risk with a new love or with fulfillment. It might be a new job for some of you. I'm really feeling a job for some of you that you need to take a risk and jump into something new. Could be with an Aries, could be with a water sign. But this is basically the Two of Cups. So some of you guys are really wanting to summon fulfillment in your relationships, okay? Or you're just wanting to summon fulfillment in your life, You guys rule lifestyle. The sun is in the 6th house of lifestyle. So this is about you being more fulfilled in life in general. But relationships are coming up here, Virgo, this fulfillment card. So you're going to need to take a risk and summon that. Summon your own fulfillment. And, we have, these are your 2 cards for this full moon, Virgo. So there's something that you need to summon listening. You need to, maybe some of you guys are going to basically be manifesting and basically commanding certain people, places, and things to listen to you, right? Because Virgo is the listener right now. Virgo is the divine listener. So there's certain things you want to listen to about your fulfillment, Virgo. Make sure that you're being listened to in your relationships, and make sure that you're listening, okay? So being the listener sometimes, and also being the communicator. You guys are ruled by Mercury, so, you're used to communicating and speaking, but a huge part of communication is listening, right? And really listening, Virgo. Quieting your mind, quieting all those details in your mind, and really, really listening. If you can't do that for a person right now, do it for the universe. Get in a position where your mind is not speaking at all. I know it's hard, but there's something here that you need to listen to, because you're going to receive certain information, and then you're going to know the next move, because summoning talks about literally magically manifesting the next move. Look how determined this woman is. So whatever you guys want to spark right now, this is the number 13, which is definitely just Virgo for me. So it may have to do with the number 13, but there's listening about the dark and the light. Knowing that dark is not always evil and light is not always good, but listening, Virgo. Listening. So that's what I have for you, Virgo. Let's move to Libra. This is the second half of the wheel. So Libra, Pisces is your 6th house, which is probably why Libras sometimes focus on their spiritual lifestyle, right? I don't know what spiritual lifestyle means to Libra, but Pisces is your 6th house for a reason. So health is a very spiritual thing to Libra, all right? So I want you guys to pay attention to your health around this full moon. I want you guys to pay attention to the life you're living, because the 6th house is being lit up right now by Virgo, but for you, because you're a Libra and you're opposite of Aries, your universe is different. Pisces is your 6th house night, and Virgo is your 12th house, so it makes you different. So this is about your lifestyle, and this is about your job too, the work that you do, how you can be service to other people. So, all right, Libra, we had a reversed card for you. It kind of fell on the ground. Now, this is kind of mixing with Virgo a little bit because we have risk. So remember, these messages are about cycles, okay? So there might be something that you're not willing to risk anymore, Libra. This did come upside down for some of you, but when I picked it up, it went right side up. So this is a cycle for you that talks about, this could be Aries, because this does look like the Fool card, and it is the 31. So it may have to do with the 31st of either this month or next month. There might be something here, Libra, that you're being asked to take a risk. This moon could be very risky for you. This might be, you might risk certain job. Maybe you're risking certain health. Don't risk your health, okay? If this is not healthy for you, make sure you're not risking your health. But this is your lifestyle, Libra, so you could just be kind of, you know, maybe taking a leap of faith, because this reminds me of the Fool. So sometimes we do have to jump into the unknown, especially around Pisces transits, because you could be jumping into something that's very beautiful, okay? And you are. This moon, we just revealed the moon card for you. We have the moon. So you have certain choices, okay? Some of you are going to choose either to make this risk. Some of you guys are going to choose not to take this risk. So the difference is that, are you willing to make yourself uncomfortable? Do you have to have intellectual knowledge to move forward? But this says it all. Okay, this was a very beautiful moon for you. Now, beauty is a word for you, Libra, because beauty is Venus, and Venus is in Libra right now. So there's certain beautiful aspects to this moon. Even the choices coming up for you now, right now, Libra. Now, you're very much chiming with the Virgo reading because we have summon. So if you're choosing, now Virgo is dealing with the light and the dark too. So this is cycles of light and dark. This is a crossroads for some of you, maybe a job, maybe just something with your lifestyle. Some of you could be dealing with some kind of health. Maybe someone around you is dealing with health, but you need to summon certain energies right now to choose which way you're going, because it's left or right. But the main message for you, Libra, is that this moon is about cycles of beauty. Now keep in mind that you need to talk to your ruling planet Venus while she's in your sign before she moves into Scorpio soon, okay? Libra, this is all about your 6th house, man. Now this moon, this is hidden beauty. There might be a hidden beautiful aspect here. There could be hidden growth. Just know that beauty is not skin deep, Libra. Beauty, you want to open yourself to the beauty around you, to the abundance around you. Beauty can be seen anywhere. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? And when we have the moon's energy, this could have to do with a significant Cancer. Okay, we have the 40 and the 50 here, so that's a synchronicity too. I feel like this has to do with your emotions. This has to do with your inner soul. So some of you guys have a very beautiful soul. If you're a Libra watching who knows your moon sign, then you might want to look into your moon. Because this is definitely like, there could even be certain illusions about beauty that you're discovering, Libra. Because this is a cycle, and the moon represents cycle. It represents psychic intuition. So some of you guys are taking a secret risk. Some of you guys are jumping into the unknown. Some of you guys are going to choose not to jump into the unknown. So you want to decide whether this risk is upright for you or reversed. Whether you're jumping into the unknown or whether you're just, you know, you want to wait until the road is a little bit clearer. Because this is about choosing between the seen and the unseen with you, Libra. Either you can go a direction right now where you're aware, but no, keep in mind that that's going to be a boring road. It's going to be a road you've traveled a lot. It's going to be a road where you've seen this before. Or you can choose the mysterious road where you don't know where things are going to go, but you're jumping into the unknown and you're just going because you're ready for a new beginning, and you're ready for, this is your soul aching for a new beginning right now, Libra, aching to just jump into the unknown. We have this black cat here. So follow your intuition. And you know, this is about cycles that are ending and beginning. So for you, this cycle is completely hidden for you, and it is a beautiful cycle, Libra. It does have to do with beauty. So it could have to do with you changing your appearance or just feeling more beautiful, being around more beauty, flowers. This is a rose here, okay? Every rose has its thorn. So taking the good with the bad, right? Taking the light with the dark and summoning what it is that you need at this point. So this has to do with your happiness and your home environment. It has to do with you taking a risk with your happiness. Something that makes you secretly happy, Libra. But we want to say here that this has to do with your 6th house. So this has to do with your lifestyle. Some of you guys are jumping into a completely new lifestyle in the name of beauty, right? This is something that you want to grow in a hidden way. So I love that beauty came up for you, Libra. This is about you adding more beauty to your lifestyle in some way or another, okay? This is about you adding beauty into your, so that you can feel beautiful at your job, so that you can feel beautiful and spiritual. Because for you right now, beauty and spirituality are going hand in hand, okay? This is a significant Pisces maybe, or a Cancer. But there are certain risks that you need to take, Libra, and that's going to be up to you, okay? So that's your message for this moon. Keep in mind that could be things that are ending, certain things that are no longer beautiful to you, or maybe they're not growing. You know, certain secrets. Maybe this is the ending to a risk for some of you. So it's going to be up to you. You might want to follow your intuition on that there. Okay, so we're moving to Scorpio now. Scorpio, you're a water sign, but you're fixed. You are a fixed water sign. But still, you're going to be affected by this moon because Pisces is a water sign, okay? So Scorpio, you're going to be feeling this. Now, Pisces represents a very beautiful house for you. This is your 5th house of happiness and pleasure. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's certain cycles that are ending right now to things that just don't make you happy, right? Right, Scorpio? Your happiness is so important right now with this Pisces full moon. Okay, your happiness matters to Pisces in the universe for sure. So this is about romance for you too. So you just had a full moon in the house of romance. So a lot of us are really mixing with Virgo because we got summon here. So this is like a lot of us are summoning stuff right now. This moon is a very manifested moon. So there could be a Virgo involved. There could be a Libra involved. But what the card that came out for you, Scorpio, is success. So just keep in mind that this cycle is a cycle of success for you. This is a congratulations. Some of you are just doing certain things in life that are highly being intuitively congratulated. Congratulating, maybe it has to do with a romance. For some of you, it has to do with your own happiness. Maybe you're walking away from certain things that no longer make you happy, but success is here for you, Scorpio. This is a spiritual congratulations. This is even the 9 plus 3. Excuse me, 9 plus 3 is 12, right? 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12, this is the 12th house. So the 12th house, like this is a Pisces literally congratulating you or handing, this is like the 12th house literally handing you a congratulations scroll. Some of you could receive some sort of congratulations, like some sort of diploma, some sort of job promotion or something. So just keep in mind in how the universe is going to congratulate you with this full moon. Because this is the success card. So whatever you're planning to do, Scorpio, you're going to be success. Now this is about you summoning your own success too. Because these are the 2 cards we have for you for the full moon in Pisces. Summoning your own success, which means cutting out certain things that are that are hindering your success. There could be people, places, and things around you that just, like, be careful of haters right now, Scorpio, because you guys are really successful. Now, keep in mind, this is a Jupiter energy. Jupiter is in your guys' sign. So, you know, your luck is, don't let anybody take that away from you, okay? Because right now, you guys are the warriors, okay? You guys are the spiritual warriors. We got the warrior and the high priestess of spirit. Okay, so with this card combination, this is about you being a spiritual warrior. And now every spiritual warrior, you know, comes a point when they want to share their strength and they want to fight for someone else, right? Because we have the 2 and we have the 7 here. So 7 is relationships, another Libra. And then we have the number 2, which is like Taurus energy. Or it might have to do with you fighting for your own worth, fighting for your values, because the warrior, that's a fighter, okay? This is like you might be fighting certain spiritual wars. Now, this could be the ending to that, okay? Because we have the congratulations here. So some of you might have definitely summoned success in some way or another, but this is cycles of success. So this could be the certain endings, okay? And congratulations for reaching the ending. Or maybe this is a new beginning of success. Some of you could be starting new jobs. Keep in mind, this is the 5th house. So this has everything to do with your happiness. It has everything to do with your authenticity. So spirituality is what makes Scorpio happy. The high priestess of spirit. Okay, this is your relationships coming up. Make sure that you're forming strong spiritual bonds with people right now. If you're not with someone who's spiritual, if you're not with someone who's strong and warrior-like, then they're not going to be able to match your energy, Scorpio, because you guys are fighting spiritual battles. When we see the warrior in the high priestess of spirit, this talks about spiritual warfare, okay? So this could be the ending. I don't know if you guys were aware, but you guys have been fighting spiritual battles for a while now, and this could be the ending to certain spiritual battles, okay? You guys could be finally getting a break. And that might be why you're getting congratulated, because you guys have successfully fought off certain demons, certain darknesses. You've done what you can to summon whatever it is that you need. Just know that if there is something that you want to be successful right now, the universe is telling you that you need to summon it with this full moon, right? This is a new cycle of summoning. You're going to step into a new energy where you're really just looking inwards for things. You're not going to be looking for the next person to help you with success or looking for help. No, Scorpio is learning how to go within and kind of create from that space, okay? So you're successfully summoning something, Scorpio. If you guys have been kind of trying to invoke something, you're going to be kind of shocked when it comes to you, because this full moon is the actual spark of that, the actual spark of you kind of successfully summoning something. Now we do have forbidden here, and we have denial. So these two cards, and then we have the High Priestess of Water, which is Scorpio. So just be careful, just like Cancer, of emotional deceit, okay? Especially if you're dealing with an Aquarius, or if you're dealing with Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or even a Capricorn. But you know, right now it's like forbidden denial. This is the forbidden fruit coming up here, Scorpio. So this card talks about certain relationships. I'm not sure why relationship. Oh, well, yeah, because Pisces represents romance for you. Romance is different than relationships. So just be careful that you're not in a bromance with somebody, or that you're not in a nomance, okay? This is like nomance, okay? This is the forbidden fruit. So Scorpio, you could be reaching for something that's a closed door. This card, I tell you, this is a closed door. This is the forbidden card. And when I read about this card, it talks about certain people, places, and things, specifically relationships, being told no. So even if you're wanting somebody, Scorpio, you know, you guys get very intimate. You get very intense when you love somebody. And if a Scorpio wants you, they want you, okay? And they're going to have you. But this talks about the universe stepping in. So if we're lusting, or if we're loving certain people, the universe will whisper no into that person's ear, because they're protecting us. So even if you're wanting something, Scorpio, that person is being told no by the universe so that they'll leave you alone. To have denial and forbidden, this is literally like, so keep in mind, whatever's being denied from you, whatever you're forbidden to do, Scorpio, that's a very weird word to say to a Scorpio, forbidden. Like, what is it that Scorpio is forbidden to do when they literally rule the 8th house? All right. So this is like certain cycles of denial, certain forbidden fruit, just like the Bible. You know, I'm not a biblical person, but forbidden fruit it talks about what we want being bad for us. So just, you know that rejection is your protection, Scorpio. There's certain things that you want right now that would drain you emotionally. So if there's a closed door, this full moon is about endings and beginnings. So just embrace and surrender to the closed doors, and know that the universe has your best interest at heart. Even though those plums look real juicy and good, even though that person, place, or thing looks real good, we're forbidden to do certain things, okay? Because this person could potentially be emotionally deceiving you, all right? And right now, this is all about you being in a relationship with your own warrior-like self. So if you guys are in relationships with warriors, with people who are really willing to go to war with you, war for you and with you, not like against you, but this is about you working together with somebody, not against. So there's going to be certain spiritual warriors that you link up with to fight these battles with you. You're going to know, Scorpio, you guys are very intuitive, okay? Very, very deep reading for you, Scorpio. But the main thing is that this is about you summoning your own success. When it's whatever makes you happy, success in your relationships, success in your romances, Scorpio. This has everything to do with what's ending and beginning. So I see the end to certain spiritual battles. I see the end to certain emotional deceit. I see the end. Some doors are going to open for you guys. You know, some places that you were forbidden to go before, some things that were denying you before are going to come back around now, and you're going to have the green light because of this cycle that's ending. So it's going to be different for all of you. Okay, so just keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind, and just make sure that you're summoning success for yourself right now. All right, Sagittarius. You are a mutable sign as well, Sagittarius. So you're going to understand this energy, especially when it comes to all the changes that happen. Lots of change, Sagittarius. Lots of change going on right now because of Virgo and Pisces. So, you know, just kind of try to be adaptable, especially when it comes to your passions and when it comes to how fiery you are. But this is your 4th house. So Sagittarius, you're just lucky because Pisces is your 4th house, okay? And I mean that sarcastically, because Pisces is a very interesting house to have as your emotional house. We're all over the place emotionally. We feel, so Sagittarius secretly feels everything like a Pisces, because you guys have your 4th house as Pisces. So I'm sorry, but you know, I feel for you, because I feel with my entire body. Sagittarius, that's why you can probably get angry really quick, or you might, your temperature might rise very quickly. You might fall in love very quickly. Just 4th house energy. But you know, whatever with all that, the 4th house is about your home. So there could definitely be some endings and beginnings with your home life. This could be certain, whenever we go through full moons in the 4th house, this is about you moving. And it's interesting that I say that because look what card came up, Sagittarius. This is movement. And you guys are half horse, half man. So this is about the horse in you really moving forward. Now, for some of you, this is literally a movement. If you're a Sagittarius and you moved houses or you're moving cities, states, whatever, just know that that's because you're going through a fourth house. So this is the house of family. So there could be certain things that are on the go now. Movement, finally. Now, this could be Mars direct because this full moon is definitely featured by Mars not being retrograde anymore. So Mars has been really, really going backward. Now Mars is on, moving forward, baby. So this is movement for you, Sagittarius, which I know you guys like because who wants to stay still when you have as much energy as a Sagittarius? Lucky for you, this full moon is going to get things on the move, on the go. This is a mountain you're ready to climb. Some of you, I really do feel like there's a move coming. If it didn't happen now, it's going to happen before the new moon, or at least in September. There could be certain movement for you, certain houses that you move, or maybe you guys are just movement. I don't know. This is intuitive movement, emotional movement. Like this is you. Now this is cycles, right? So this is certain cycles of movement. So there could have been, you know, oh, I'm going to go, I'm not. Oh, let's go. So there's the stop and the go that you've been dealing with, the stop and the go, the stop and the go. So irritating. And I know it's been complicated. You know, some of you guys are involved with an Aries because Aries got the honesty card, okay? But Sagittarius, this is complicated honesty, you know, and when honesty is complicated, then this might be something that's complicated for some of you guys to tell the truth about. Or maybe there's someone who seems to be telling you the truth, but you're like, that seems a little bit complicated for you to be telling the truth. So you might be seeing through people's lies right now, especially because Pisces is your fourth house. So you're very at home with this spiritual energy. You're very at home. You guys have a subconscious emotion. So as far as feeling everything like a Pisces, you feel it subconsciously. Right at home, like you're kind of really at home with this energy, okay, especially because it's mutable. So yeah, complicated honesty. Maybe this is something that's ending for you guys. Maybe this is a new beginning of truth for you guys as well, and there could be an Aries involved because we have complicated honesty. So you don't want to complicate honesty, Sagittarius. What's real is real. What's a lie is a lie. Lies are lies and truth is true. So you don't want to complicate honesty right now, even though I really feel like there's just something that Sagittarius needs to be honest about, and it might just be something that's kind of complicated. So it's not really easy to tell the truth about it. It's not really easy to be your authentic self during it, but please do. And you know, you guys might need to light candles too, because this could be certain secrets that come out. Someone might be honest with you about something and it might complicate something. So this could happen in so many different ways, but either way, this could be what's ending. This could be the end to certain complicated honesty. Now look what we have here. We have focus, and this is your card for me, Sagittarius, because we have this archer here. So not only did now this is literally Sagittarius in two cards, because we have movement and we have focus. So you might want to focus on the movement, Sagittarius, but this is literally you, because you guys are the archer and you're the horse, okay? So this is literally your energy. It's kind of interesting how that came up. So yeah, you want to focus on the movement, whatever it is that can move you forward finally, Sagittarius, because I feel like you've just been really feeling like maybe that your movement is hindered in some way, kind of like the Chariot card, like maybe there's something in the way of you, but those things are what's going to be moved. Certain obstacles, certain things, certain hurdles, this horse is jumping over it. So movement's a good card. The things are getting movement for you. The more and more you focus on it, the more and more it's going to come to you. But you could be focusing on lots of different things, Sagittarius. You could be focusing on where it is that you belong, because you belong in a focused place. Man, all these cards are definitely Sagittarius, because we have vision now. And you know, you guys are the house of vision. Like you are the ninth house of beliefs and philosophy, but Sagittarius is the house of sight and vision, right? So there's a certain vision that you've probably had, Sagittarius, that you know you belong in that space, and you're being asked to focus on it. And I'd be damned if we didn't have the chaos card, number 8 and 9. So you guys might have a certain chaotic vision right now. Maybe there's something that's kind of clouding your sight. You know what I mean? The 12th house can kind of be like that. But look at that number 9. So it's like you're kind of learning about something mysterious right now, Sagittarius. You're learning in a hidden environment, because when 8 meets 9 in astrology, this is like literally Scorpio and Sagittarius energy. And this is something beautiful. It really is. This is about you kind of focusing on the vision, even though things seem chaotic, even though things seem kind of cloudy. You know, this is about you seeing intuitively, okay? Because this is an emotional energy for you, Sag. So there might even be some sort of vision that you have about a tornado. If you guys see chaos coming before it comes, please heed that. But for you, as the ninth house, you are definitely learning from this tornado. You're definitely learning from this tower, from anything that's falling apart, because, you know, that's what you're moving away from. So definitely a chaotic vision. And that might be what's, you know, complicated about the honesty. You know, some of you guys, some people might be asking you certain things, Sagittarius, about the visions that you have, or about what it is that you can see, about what you belong. But to me, what my cards are telling me is that you just want to focus on where you belong. You want to focus on movement, whatever you can do to move forward right now, and just keep in mind whatever complicates honesty. So if there's something that you're a fire sign. You're very passionate and authentic, Sagittarius. So keep in mind what the universe shows you about honesty right now. If anything complicates honesty for you, then know that's not a part of the vision. That's a part of the chaos. So this is a very, it might be an earth sign. I just seen the high priestess of earth here. So some of you guys, especially if you're involved with a love and an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, that could be linked here to the chaotic vision, okay? So it's going to depend for some of you guys, but this is so much Sagittarius energy that just came through this vision card, so Sagittarius. So focus on the vision, focus on where you belong, Sagittarius. And this could be, I feel like what's ending for you guys is the complicatedness that's linked to honesty. You might just need to be honest in a complicated way, or be honest about what's complicated for you right now. So very powerful reading there, Sagittarius. Let's move on to Capricorn. So Capricorn, this is your third house. Pisces is your third house of communication. So no wonder Capricorns are usually kind of quiet people, because when you guys speak, it's in a very spiritual way. So people don't know that about Capricorn because they're so grounded, and might be interesting for you as a very, very earth sign. But the third house is all about short distance travel. There could be some short distance travel going on here. If you do travel in short distances, Capricorn, around this time, just know that it's very, very spiritual, and it has something to do with a cycle. So this is communication cycles for you, Capricorn. What you're saying, what people are saying to you. You have the words of spirit, Capricorn, because Pisces is your third house. Now, we just had 3 cards come out here. And that kind of suits you because you're going through a third house transit. So we had the fledgling, Capricorn. So this is definitely a new beginning for you. Definitely a new beginning. The fledgling is all about, it's an Aries card actually. And it's about a new beginning. So that's a clear, this card came out for you guys before. This might have came out in your reading with me in August, or it might have came out last time we spoke on the last moon that we had, which I believe was an Aquarius full moon. So yeah, Capricorn, definitely a new beginning. So with you, it's a little bit different than Scorpio. You guys are going through a new beginning of success. So if there's anything that hasn't been kind of happening for you, Capricorn, this full moon is going to end certain cycles of, what's the opposite of success? Defeat, I guess, or failure? Yeah. The opposite of success will be failure. So this is the end to failure for you, Capricorn. And you guys are going to start this is a new beginning. This new beginning is going to manifest for some of you in different ways. But it could be with an Aries for some of you. But, you know, you guys could even be starting new jobs. Now, if your job involves communication, then that's going to be even more interesting, because success to me is just a kind of a job related thing, okay? But you're also getting a congratulations. Like, this is a successful new beginning that you guys are going to be starting because of this full moon. And this is also some sort of congratulations because of this new beginning. This is a completely new journey, Capricorn. Very beautiful card to come out for you guys when we're talking about cycles ending and completing, because the fledgling is basically the Fool card. If you see that number 1 there, Capricorn, you're number 1. You are the GOAT, greatest of all time. And whatever you guys are starting around this time, you're gonna be congratulated for it. It's gonna be successful. All right, this is a new beginning of success. That's what I'm seeing. Now the third card that came out was differences. So you could definitely be linked to a Scorpio, because Scorpio got success. You could be linked to a Gemini as well. So I'm not sure if that energy is what's going on here. But this card is a good card to come up for this Pisces energy, because Pisces are those 2 fish. And it's a very dual energy. Also, we're dealing with, you know, when we deal with the full moon, it's about the dark becoming light, right? So we've got the white cat and the black cat here. I'm not sure if some of you have white cats, black cats, or whatever. But this is also, you know, female energy with these cats, but not so much for you. That was more for Gemini's reading. So there's just differences right now that you want to pay attention to. Certain differences that I feel that you're going to be successful over. You know, there's certain beginnings that you're starting of success because of differences. So if you were going right for so long, this full moon might turn around and make you go left. Because why would you're understanding the differences between success, Capricorn. And keep in mind, this is your third house. So this was you traveling short distances for success, traveling short distances for new beginnings, traveling short distances because of the differences. Now, you could be dealing with a polar opposite because we have the black and the white and the orange here. So just know that things are different for a reason, Capricorn. All right. So I feel like you guys are going to be doing something very different than what you're used to with a job or for in the name of success. Success is a great card to come up for Capricorn. You guys love to be congratulated. This could be a promotion for some of you. But this is communication as well. So maybe a new beginning in communication. Maybe you guys are going to start communicating in different ways because of this full moon in Pisces in your third house. But to me, this is about starting a new beginning of success in a very different way. Like it's different as an apple and an orange is. It's as different as a white cat is a black cat. Yin and yang energy. So this is about balance, okay? Maybe balance will be restored to your guys' life. Now, on the bottom of the deck, we have movement. So this is Sagittarius related. Some of you guys, this is Sagittarius related. So this moon is also on the move for you. Now, Mars is briefly in your sign, Capricorn, and it has been retrograde. And Mars is exalted in Capricorn, so I know that you guys like Mars, but you guys don't necessarily like things that move backwards because you guys are all about climbing mountains, right? You're the mountain goat. This horse is on a mountain, and this horse is ready to climb any obstacle. So the movement is here. Now, this could even be emotional movement for you, Capricorn, because we have the High Priestess of Water. Some of you guys this movement could involve a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or it could just involve someone emotional, or maybe just your emotions. Maybe there's something you're moving to or from emotionally. Now, when we move emotionally, this reminds me of the Six of Swords. So you could just be leaving certain things behind, Capricorn, especially because we have deceit. Don't allow anybody to deceive you from hope, okay? Now, we have a fire sign showing up here, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, or it's just your passion. You know, stay hopeful about the fire within you, Capricorn, and be careful of deceit around you. People, places, and things that are trying to deceive you emotionally from the movement that you're doing. Because when a Capricorn starts moving, there's no way to stop the Capricorn. You guys are very successful, determined people. So I just feel like you're moving intuitively. There's some emotional movement. I don't know what it's going to take for you guys to have emotional movement, but just keep in mind the universe is sending you different things. New beginning, Capricorn. This is certain cycles ending. Maybe this is the cycle of deceit ending for you. And what's beginning is a new form of success. You could be communicating in a successful way. Communicating in a new successful way. And this is about differences, okay? So just keep in mind the differences that the universe is showing you, especially if someone different from you comes around this time. When the universe sends you an opposite of you, so this could be a Cancer for sure, because Cancer is your opposite, then it's about you kind of being able to master both ends of the spectrum, okay? And what could be more successful than that? You know, mastering something that you really needed to kind of refine your skill with. So this is something really different, Capricorn. This is going to be something you're not really used to doing, but at least it's going to cause you to grow. It's actually going to be a challenge, right? So Capricorn is moving towards, you know, better obstacles, mountains that you haven't climbed before. Whoa. And we had fragments. So I'm not sure if this was you, Cap, or if this is Aquarius. But, you know, that fragment card just came out there. It could have been for Aquarius, because I didn't really seem to match your reading. But you could be doing all this while you kind of feel all over the place and in pieces. Or Aquarius, you could be feeling in pieces. So let's focus on Aquarius energy here. Aquarius, you and Pisces kind of go together. Everyone is always talking about Aquarius and Pisces. So Pisces is your second house. So if you've ever wondered why you value spirituality or why you value, I wouldn't say emotion, but Pisces is your second house of resources. So one of your resources, Aquarius, is spirituality. And you know, this is really something. But one of your resources is water. And that's why you're the water bearer. Because Pisces is your second house. So spirituality, everything that I mentioned in this video about Pisces energy and about the 12th house is actually at the fingertips of Aquarius. It's at your disposal because it's something that is a resource for you. It's actually a tool. So emotions are a tool for you. That's why water is a tool for you, Aquarius, if you ever thought about that, because the second house is the house of tools and resources and value. So the more you value this energy of the 12th house has to offer you, the more resources that will come out of that. Interestingly enough, the card that came out for you, Aquarius, is strength. So I am led to say that some of you are definitely dealing with a Leo energy. Now, you guys are dealing with Leo no matter what, because Leo is your opposite sign. And Leo is the north node right now, and you're the south node. So there's a relationship developing between the karmic nodes. You know, Aquarius is more so what's being released, and Leo is the direction that the world is going. But trust me, both are needed. There's a relationship always between a Leo and Aquarius. You guys are opposite signs. So this is also, if you're not dealing with a Leo, you know, this is definitely your strength coming out. This is about talking about the strength no matter what. So no matter what was going on around right now, Aquarius is trying to stay grounded, because Aquarius, I've been channeling you guys for a while, and I know that you guys are really knowing something's up in the universe. Now that maybe you're starting to feel a little bit different about that, because the energies are starting to calm down a little bit, but you guys are aliens, right? You're otherworldly and you speak a different language, so you guys really, you guys are ruled by Uranus. So you guys are really linked to the cosmos, because that's the sky god. So Aquarius, you guys are kind of the gods of the sky. And when things start changing and when things start becoming unstable, that's when you guys kind of learn the most, because your ruling planet spins on its side, right? So you guys are weird and you're strange and you're unique. So when the universe starts getting strange, weird, and unique, it's like an alien, right? What does an alien do when the earth starts getting weird? Well, you know, I guess you have to, maybe you're going to be willing to tell us that, Aquarius, but your strength is coming up here, to be honest. And this is about cycles of strength. So when I think of strength, I also, you know, the shadow of strength would be weakness, right? So as far as anything that is not contributing to your inner strength right now, because we have the 35, and 35, that's 5 plus 3, that's 8. So when I see this card, I do see Leo. There could be significant Leo for some of you in your life, or Leo season could have been significant, or the North Node, things like that. But honestly, if there's anything that isn't contributing to the wisdom you have about your strength, like if it's not transforming, this is your strength transforming, Aquarius. So anybody who makes you feel weak or not so strong, if they don't add to your strength in an intellectual way, then this could be the ending to that, right? Because it's very important for you guys to stay grounded, because it's Virgo season. You guys are the water bearers, and Virgo is the wheat bearer. So there's a strange relationship between Aquarius and Virgo. There's actually a strange relationship between Aquarius and all earth signs because of the Greek mythology behind it. Uranus and Gaia, right? Those two signs coming together. So I believe when Aquarius meets any earth sign, they have the ability to create a Titan. Titans are born from Gaia and Uranus, right? So to me, that's just very unique here, that we have this tree that's rooted into the ground. So this is about strong roots, Aquarius, right? We are going to head into your 4th house sometime soon. Your 4th house is Taurus. Taurus has Uranus. Your ruling planet is in your 4th house. So it's important for you to stay stable and grounded as an Aquarius right now. And, you know, you already went through these eclipses. We're reaching the end of this node. Like, trust me, Aquarius, when these nodes shift, you know, you'll feel a significant difference, okay? There's life as the nodes, and then there's life when you're not the north and the south node, okay? So right now, you need to stay grounded throughout all this change happening in the universe. You need to stay grounded, because this talks about no matter how powerful the winds are around this tree, it is not going to be uprooted, because this is a very old tree. And, you know, Aquarius, you're a very old soul. You're very wise, and we have that owl there in that tree. So this is about the strength of your wisdom, the strength of your intellect, the strength of your roots and where you are right now. No matter where you're at, Aquarius, you need to ground yourself. Now, the bottom of the deck here, we have vision. So this could be Sagittarius linked for some of you, but this is the number 8 up there. So there could be some sort of hidden vision that is strengthening Aquarius right now. You may even have some sort of hidden vision going on here. There could be a Scorpio. I think Aquarius came up for Scorpio, and now Scorpio's coming up for Aquarius. So there could definitely be some Scorpio Aquarius stuff, and then there might be a Leo in the mix too. Now this is looking like the fixed signs, because Taurus has come up, Leo has come up, Scorpio has come up, and you're an Aquarius. So this could be the grand fixed cross or something, because I'm picking up on a lot of fixed energy. But you also have 2 cards here that equal the number 8, because 5 plus 3 is 8. And then we have the number 8. So this is something really behind the scenes with Aquarius right now. Very, very much behind the scenes. So the vision card is talking about, to me, this is a very Pisces energy because this is a very psychic energy. So what is the vision that you have, Aquarius? And it's probably a very strong vision because we have the strength. Maybe your visions are strengthening, right? This could be the endings and beginnings to certain visions. And we have that big full moon behind that lady there. So this full moon is definitely giving you guys some strong visions of transformation. And these visions are very secretive. They're very hidden. And it could be Scorpio related. Maybe it's about a transformation. Maybe it's about death and rebirth. Maybe this is the death to certain strengths and weaknesses, and the death and the rebirth to certain visions. You might see things before it happens, Aquarius. And we have rigid here too. So just be wary of the walls that you're putting up right now, because I think Aquarius feels the need to protect themselves right now. You guys are kind of skeptical right now. And when an alien is skeptical, I'm skeptical. Because it's like, what's going on for Aquarius to be acting like this? And I think Pisces energy just kind of does that. Because Pisces and Aquarius are always linked somehow. Like, we just kind of get paired together in astrology. So maybe you guys are just seeing the future, okay? Maybe because you guys are very futuristic thinkers and we have vision. So Aquarius sees certain things with Uranus right now. And if Aquarius is building up a wall against something, you know, then it makes me question whether the rest of us shouldn't do that, because this is the collective we're talking about here. So this is about your collective strength, Aquarius. This is about the vision you have for the collective. And, you know, the walls that are being put up either against you or maybe you're putting the walls up. So just, you know, just keep in mind anything that's trying to block your vision, anything that's blocking your dream state or blocking your fulfillment. It could be linked to a fire sign, your fulfillment with a fire sign, because we have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, High Priestess of Fire. Or this is about the fulfillment you have with your own passions or with your own desires, keeping your fire lit, right? Your opposite sign is fire. So we have Leo coming up here for you, for some of you, and Scorpio very strongly. And, you know, I don't know if you're dealing with certain communication blocks. Maybe some of you guys are getting blocked from traveling short distances. But this rigid card comes up when, you know, certain people, places, and things have put blocks up. So you could be putting the block up, Aquarius, or maybe someone's putting it up against you. But I think it's contributing to this strong vision that you're going to be receiving due to this Pisces full moon. So if I were you, I would just focus on what you can see right now, Aquarius. Focus on your strength and your roots. And this could definitely be, you know, it has something to do with your resources. Maybe your strength is a resource. Maybe there's a Leo that's a resource for you right now. Or your subconscious, your vision, you know, your psychic abilities, Aquarius. That could be a resource, because this is all about your second house. So this is about you valuing your vision, valuing your strength. And if someone doesn't value your strength right now, you're probably going to put up a wall against them. What was that card? Oh, a reminder. So don't forget, Aquarius. There's something here that you don't want to forget. And the Pisces full moon could very well be reminding you of that. And as I'm talking to you, the High Priestess of Air shows up. So this is definitely a significant Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So Aquarius, you guys are the High Priestess of Air right now. And you're probably very confident intellectually right now, and maybe even being obedient. Maybe it's dealing with a Libra or a significant water sign. Just be careful. Everybody right now, deceit in water is showing up. So, you know, we just have to be very careful of emotional deception right now and emotional illusions, stuff like that. That is a part of the 12th house, and you got to be very careful of that. So that's my message for you, Aquarius. This is about your values. So let's move on to Pisces, the last house here. Pisces, this is the full moon happening in your first house, okay? So this has to do with you. This has to do directly with who you are, the I am. And you are a Pisces. So let's see what the universe has to say for us, Pisces. Oh, of course. So we get this card, Trapped. It makes sense, honestly. This is a card that comes up a lot for me personally when I do readings. This is like the gilded cage. Now, Pisces, you know, when I started this video, I talked a little bit about how, you know, the 12th house could have a lot to do with imprisonment, right? It has a lot to do with mental asylums and stuff like this. So it's interesting to me, you know, this definitely, you know, not a lot of people know it. They think, oh, you know, Pisces has a full moon, you know, this is going to be all great and stuff for them. Well, this moon, it wasn't necessarily a bad or a good thing for me. It's just, I definitely felt it. You know, I mentioned that I was real tired and stuff like that. So it doesn't surprise me that some of us are feeling trapped. And when I see this card, I always see that it's the 34. 4 plus 3 is 7. So some of us could definitely be feeling trapped with certain relationships, not just romantic, but maybe we're just feeling trapped in the relationships that we're in. In Pisces, in all relationships, not just romantic, but when I see this card, I just feel like this might be us feeling. Now remember, the good thing that my guides just reminded me of is that this is the energy that's finally ending for Pisces. So this could be the ending, the ending of a cycle that we feel trapped in. Because some Pisces, we're those two fish, right? Pisces can swim and swim and swim, and we don't even know we're swimming in circles. We don't care. We're in the water. Everything's fine. We're going with the flow. But when we go with the flow of a cycle, we're not really moving anywhere, Pisces. So I feel like this is the door to that cage opening for some of us. I really do. Because I started to get a little low, like, oh, trapped for Pisces. And then my guides told me, but remember, Braylon, you're pulling these cards to talk about what's ending. So for some of you, I have very positive news about you finally being able to fly again. Like you're that black bird, and it's not that you're not ever gonna fly, like that song I always sing about this card, the blackbird, you ain't ever gonna fly. You are gonna fly, Pisces. Like, you have been trapped for your own protection. Okay, you've been trapped with certain people, places, and things for your protection. Like, little do you know, this cage, yeah, it felt like a prison, but it was like the gilded cage. Like, this is like, at least you were trapped somewhere where there was luxury. You probably haven't even really been feeling trapped. Pisces is feeling trapped more in a spiritual way. We're feeling trapped more in a logical way. But you can't trap a fish. You know what I mean? Like, this is, yeah, what I just seen here is that this is damn near a fish in an aquarium. Like, some of us are really missing the ocean, and we wanna have that infinite blue, right? We don't want to be in a small fish tank anymore. But sometimes, there's sharks in the ocean. There are predators in the ocean that could have ate us. Like, there are people who fish. People don't fish in aquariums. So maybe the universe put us in this small environment, because it doesn't matter if it's a bird or a cage or a fish in an aquarium or a dog with a leash. Like, this is the energy of something feeling trapped and not being able to do what it's normally able to do. A bird cannot fly in this cage, right? A fish cannot swim in an aquarium, not as well as it can in the ocean. So we had to kind of briefly let go of our infinites in order to kind of, what it is, Pisces, is we have outgrown our environment. And this new moon is this, like, we have went through a whole cycle of this now. And this full moon, like, by the time the moon goes into Aries, like, we're gonna really be feeling the release of this. Like, whatever makes us feel trapped, certain rules, whatever it is, Pisces, this is us, because this is our first house, right? Some of us could be feeling trapped in ourself, with ourself, you know what I mean? This is about swimming in circles, circles, and finally one of the fish waking up like, hey, dude, like, no. But the other card we have here is the focus card. Okay, so you want to focus on what's trapping you, because what it looks like is that this person is about to shoot this cage open. It looks like that this person is shooting a bow and arrow. And we have the number 7 and 8. We have 7 and 1, which is 8. The 17 equals 8. And then 3 plus 4 is 7. So we have a synchronicity here about 7 and 8. So this could also be something that's transforming. It could have to do with a Scorpio or a Sagittarius. It could have to do with any sign. It could just, I think this is just more so us focusing on our limitations, Pisces, focusing on the bars around us, and that even though we've been happy in this prison, it's still a prison. And now this does talk about it being temporary, Pisces. This trapped card comes up. It's only temporary. Nothing can stay entrapped for long. The cage to this door is about to open, okay? And we're about to be set free. I don't know if some of us really are in prison. I know of some Pisces that are in prison. Now, we rule prisons, Pisces, so we can deal with this energy. The 12th house is the house of prisons and hospitals and stuff like that. So we can deal with this energy. So focus on it, Pisces. Focus on the bars. Focus on what it is that you've been trapped in, and then let the arrow go, and it's going to basically like blow this cage up. This could be a significant Sagittarius coming in to help certain Pisces too. But what the message is here is to focus on beauty, because we have beauty and focus. So focus on the beauty. Pisces are such silver lining people. We have such rose-colored glasses. So focus on the beauty that you have discovered while being trapped. Like, we're those fish that are like, well, I might have been in an aquarium for the last 3 years, but at least it was nice. At least it was filtered. At least there wasn't any trash. Like, when we get released into the ocean, there'll be certain things that we miss about this cage, Pisces. Isn't that crazy? There's going to be certain things that we miss about our imprisonment when we're in our freedom, and that's kind of crazy. That welcome to being a Pisces. So you just want to focus on the beauty of the situation. And now there could be a significant Leo or an Aries, because we have Leo and Aries here, the fledgling and the strength. Now this is a new beginning of strength for some of us. This is a new beginning with an Aries, or maybe there's a strong Aries in the situation, or maybe there's a new beginning with a Leo. But if you're not dealing with a Leo or an Aries, this is a new beginning, a strong new beginning, a new beginning of strength. And also, of course, the light and the dark is going to come up for Pisces, because we have white and black here. Two cards that show white and black. So this is our two fish, Pisces. And then look, do you see that bird? See how that bird is flying by that moon right there? That's the same bird in this. It's a black bird, okay? And I told you, we're going to get set free. And when we get set free, we're going to get set free into a world of differences and choices. So soon, Pisces, soon, over the next month, we're going to have so many choices. And it's not going to be choices like, oh, should I have a burger or should I have a pizza? No, this is choices between, like, life-altering choices. Choices between the light and the dark. Choices between things that are going to alter our whole life. Like, this is a portal. And this is differences and choices. So we need to know, we need to embrace the differences between the light and the dark. We need to embrace the differences between our two fish, because we're always swimming and we're always at a crossroad, Pisces. This is totally Pisces energy, yin and yang. But, you know, this is about the differences in the flight. So the direction that we choose to fly when this cage is opened is going to be up to us. But we need to know, we need to meditate on the differences, okay? Because we've been fragmented for way too long. Don't forget the little pieces that make you who you are, Pisces. Don't forget the chaos, you know what I mean? Because you were successful throughout this chaos, just like Scorpio. But this has got me tripping here. This black and white energy, we have some choices to make between, and there are differences. We have some choices between differences to make, and it's very different. So, you know, we're going to really be missing this cage where we could just chill and where we were at least in our solitude. But trust me, we're going to be flying as this bird, and it's time to choose what direction to fly in, Pisces. Now, keep in mind, this all has to do with who we are. This fledgling has to do with the first house of self. So this is about who we are, Pisces, the strength of who we are. A new beginning with strength, a new beginning of self, and focusing on all this, right? Focusing on beauty, focusing on the cage that traps us, and kind of just blasting our way out of there. And keep in mind that it's some of these things that are ending and beginning. In order for something to begin, something has to end. And we are going to have to make choices, Pisces. Very, very different choices. I'm not surprised about that at all. So before I go, I want to get since this is Pisces energy, right? All the zodiac signs are combined. I want to get a collective message for us all. Of course. So yeah, makes a lot of sense. So we have the summon card and meditation coming out. Now, if you watch the whole video, you'll notice that this summon card, this card right here, is come out for a lot of people. And the reason why this is coming out is because this Pisces energy message for all of us as a collective is to summon what we want, what we need. This is about summoning through meditation. Meditation and summon. So with those two energies together, guys, we're able to meditate right now and manifest. This is an extremely manifested energy by using our hands, right? This is like sparking things from meditation. So if there's anything that you do with this full moon, make sure that you're summoning what it is that you want and what you desire, new beginnings and endings. When the moon is in Pisces and it's in the 12th house, it's like the grand finale. And after you've completed a journey, the only thing left to do is begin a new journey, right? So some of us just need we need some guidance about what we should do moving forward, because there's this ending energy around us. So summon and meditation is a beautiful energy to come out. Meditating and summoning what we need to meditate on, meditating and summoning while we're meditating while we're summoning. So take this energy how you want, guys, but this is a very magical magician energy. In the bottom of the deck is belonging. Okay, do not allow certain walls to be built. You know, 4 walls are not a home, is what I just heard. And it's all about us belonging in the 12th house right now. Like, we belong in the 12th house. This is the house of night. You see how the house is really big? This is the 12th house here, guys. And we belong in a place that makes us happy. We belong somewhere that actually feels like home. And some of us are summoning that. Some of us are meditating towards that. So that is the message I have for everyone. It makes a lot of sense that we're doing a lot of meditation and summoning, because those energies are at an all-time high. The intuitive psychic energies, definitely a meditative energy. We might need to meditate about where we belong now, because sometimes when we get in the 12th house, where do we belong? Like, we go to the 12th house to heal and to figure out where we belong, and then when we leave the 12th house, we go there, okay? Even Pisces is feeling trapped right now, which means everybody's feeling trapped in a certain way. But it's those of us who embrace our summoning abilities, and those of us who know the power of meditation, who will be able to break free from the walls that have been built up, okay? So guys, that was my Pisces full moon video. Sorry it's late. It's just crazy energy, but I'm glad I was able to sit down and talk with you today about it. And I hope that you guys, you know, enjoyed the messages and that something was helpful. The best thing I can really tell you with this energy is to just go with the flow, more so than ever. Because there's going to be certain things that happen because of this full moon, you know, we have until the new moon. Like the new moon in Virgo, when we talk again, we'll know a little bit more about the energies we discussed today, okay? The logic is here. Virgo and Pisces are opposite for a reason. It's because, you know, nothing can be all an illusion. Nothing can be all logic. So when Virgo and Pisces meet halfway, like they did on this full moon, we understand the details that we needed while we're under this illusion energy, okay? So thank you guys so much for listening. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Really strange energy, but mainly we have really completed a full cycle now. And when you complete a full cycle, it's time to upgrade. So I wish you guys all the best. I'm really interested in how this is all going to manifest. Please comment below your experiences, what you did for the full moon. If you want to share anything, your comments are always welcomed and appreciated. Thank you guys so much for listening to this Pisces talk for 2 hours. And I will talk to you guys again very soon. All my love. Bye, guys. Just keep swimming is what I wanted to say. Bye.